The Nice Guys need your support. Please go to patreon.com/nice guys, and for as little as $2 a month, you can help them keep the lights on and get bonus content too. Now, on to the show, for whatever it's worth.
So this is from Americo Visionary Yoga, mindful business advice with humor and grit. Doug and Strickland are authentic and entertaining and deliver both wisdom and actionable information in every episode. She must not have been listening to every episode.
She hasn't listened to that many episodes. If you think we really have good information in every episode, you've missed a lot of them then. You've gotten really lucky.
I was going
to post on Overcast, but then I got high.
Another episode that will be rejected from YouTube. Thank you, Strickland.
Listen, here's the thing. If you can't spot the sucker in your first half hour at the table, then you are the nice guys on business. Need an education on how to grow your business? The Nice Guys are here to help. Learn about great customer service, networking, and how just being nice can help you prosper. Now, here are your hosts, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Welcome back, Funkin' fans. It is Tuesday, and we are not going to start the show with the last minute that we just recorded, which is Doug whining, and then me whining about Doug whining, and then him whining about me whining about him whining. We're not going to start with that. We're going to start with, hello, my name is Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug.
Wait, you sounded a lot like, you really do a very good imitation of Donald Trump.
You know, it's funny. I watched the late night guys, right? And Stephen Colbert, I love a lot, and Jimmy Fallon, I like too. They both do it great. Like I hear myself, and I'm like, oh, I don't do it nearly as well as they do.
You're good. So, you're really good. I like it. Yes.
Hey, Doug, can we start? There is one thing I want to start with. One happy news. I have something in my hand right here. Here, take a listen.
Wait,
you hear what that is? That is me opening an envelope. Do you know what that envelope is? It means I got something in the mail. Actual mail. Snail mail. You know who it's from?
Who?
It's from the Sandlers.
What do you mean, the Sandlers?
It's from, it says Sandler. I mean, I'm guessing it's from you and Danielle because it was my birthday on Thursday, and I'm guessing this is a birthday card, but I wanted to wait to open it on the show.
Yeah, when did it come in the mail? I mailed that many days ago.
You did? No. It got here on time. It got here on my birthday.
I got it. Okay.
I made the choice to wait until we were recording our show to open it. It was here on time.
I appreciate that. So you received that you should have gotten it on your actual birthday because I've timed the mail.
I believe that I did actually get it on my birthday day. I'm a little hot. I'm looking at my meters now. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, is it okay to read this on the air?
Absolutely. There's nothing out of shape in it. I don't think so.
Okay, so the front says, maybe I'll just take a picture and we'll put it up as our
cover art. You could use it as cover art. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So it just says young, old, just words. George Burns.
Who, by the way, is dead.
Well, he is now, but he lived to be almost 100, or maybe he made it to 100, I think. Yeah. He made it to 100.
I was listening back to a couple of weeks ago on our recordings of our Tuesday show. You were talking so fast, and I even made I made a comment about it at the time, and you're like, no, I'm not really. Maybe it's just the delay in Zencastr. And I listened back, and I'm like, it is not the delay. Your medication is just kicked up a notch.
That was funny because when I listened back to that episode, I still didn't feel like I was talking fast, but whatever. I mean, not like I care. I'm going to do whatever.
I know. I just like you. I'd just like you to be a little self-conscious about it.
Okay, I'll be more aware of it.
So young, old, says, whatever.
Strick, happy birthday, my brother. Enjoy the ride. Let's take some cash. Is that supposed to be let's take some cash or let's make some cash? Either way works.
Oh, I don't know. I forget. Did I actually write the word cash?
That's what it says.
Are you sure?
It looks like maybe I'm reading it wrong. Your handwriting's not very good. And then it says XOXO and there's a signature. I guess that's a Doug. Boy, that's a strange signature.
Sorry,
it's unique though.
Yeah, that's it looks like a J, I bet, doesn't it?
It does. The first thing looks like a J, not a D.
When did you develop your signature? Do you actually remember a deliberate effort to determine what your signature was? Do you remember
it's funny
that?
You mentioned that. Yeah, because I was probably like high school.
Wow,
and
that's late.
Well, but here's the thing. So Strickland Bonner, right? It's really freaking long. And I haven't written in cursive. You know, they don't even teach cursive in school anymore.
I know.
I mean, not like it's a bad thing,
Danielle
but I hated it.
Danielle's not happy about that.
No, that makes sense. I can understand that. I have written in block letters for years because I always hated writing in cursive because my handwriting was so
is that
horrible.
Print? When you say block,
print,
it
whatever.
Reminds me of like Charlie Brown.
Wah, 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 wah. No, it's like written in print. So I've written in print for many years. Like even when cursive, everybody else wrote in cursive, I wrote in print because handwriting was horrible. So the signature, Strickland Bonner, it's very long, it's very complicated, and you have to write it in script because it's a signature. So I came up with like this scribble, right? I mean, like this kind of a weird line, probably in high school, and it has not changed since. Yours is way cooler, right? Like people look at mine and they're like, oh, dude, I could recreate that. And I'm like, it looks the same every time. Trust me. It looks exactly the same every time, even though you can't tell what it is. But yours is cool.
Well, mine was like a 6th grade or maybe it was 7th grade invention. I mean, I wanted a way, because I was like this guy that I really wanted to go into. There was no graphic design at the time because there was no computers, but there was design, and I wanted to have DAS graphics. That's that Doug Allen Sandlin. Allen is my middle name. I wanted to have DAS graphics, and I'm like, let me come up with just like a cool signature. And then I just started practicing. It probably took me like a week, maybe 2 weeks to come up with my signature, and it stuck. And it really just does look like a lot of scribble. I know that. But
it's cool though. It's distinctive. I like it. It's got the big loop at the beginning and the big loop at the end. It's very good. I like it.
So happy birthday, Strickland. That was last week. I got about 12 seconds into singing to you, and I'm like, shit, I'm not going to sing because I suck at singing. So we'll celebrate in other ways. Maybe that's why I said let's take some cash. Hey, we finally are making some cash. I love that. I love it.
Karen Briscoe's 5-Minute Success podcast is live. It's on the air. It's rolling. Ridiculous. It's cruising. You should check it out. I know we have a lot of realtors that listen, and her 5-Minute Success is going to be like business advice, and it's going to span across many different genres and different businesses. Right now, it really is focused on real estate. So if we got realtors, you got to definitely check it out. Her first 4 episodes are out. 5-Minute Success podcast. Make sure to go on iTunes or Overcast and recommend, and rate, and she'd appreciate it, and we'd appreciate it.
Yeah. So we have a number of clients that we've brought into the turnkey fold, but she did such an amazing job. Her and Molly, her teammate or team member, her assistant, whatever you want to consider Molly in that equation, probably her boss. So it seems, just kind of like Anna and Mar are our boss, and we realized that. I was so amazed how quickly they picked up all the information. They really ran with everything that we said. They took our advice. They never questioned us. Our wives aren't even like that. I mean, it was so amazing. Karen and Molly just did everything that we told them to, and I really have a sneaking suspicion that they're going to get on the new and noteworthy listing. In their first day, the first day that they went out, they had over 40 downloads, and that's pretty cool. You fill a room with 40 people and on a routine basis, and you have an audience that's going to grow pretty quickly. So hats off to Molly and Karen for putting out the 5-Minute Success podcast. Excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, I don't think we had that many on our first day.
Oh no, are you kidding me? I think our first day was 2 downloads. It was. I think maybe in our first. Let me take a quick look. I can actually tell you. All right, let me go back to the original. While we're doing that, let me just mention also that we are at, as of the recording of this, which is Saturday, we have 968,704 downloads.
Oh my gosh!
We are probably about as of the airing of this, we are probably about 4 or 5 days away from our 1 millionth download.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's been good. We had our single best download day of a single episode release. We had nearly 5,000 downloads on that one day, which is pretty fucking awesome. All right, so our first day, we didn't even get into double digits until our 5th day.
Our 5th day. Yeah,
we had our 4th day. Sorry, we had 2, then we had 5, and then we have 2. Then we had 14 downloads on our 4th day, and then we jumped up to 26. But then God had a sense of humor and brought us back down to 10 the following day. Let me see. When did we finally get a 3-digit day? It was almost 30 days in. It was 112 downloads, and then again we did not repeat a triple-digit day until another month later than that.
Okay then.
And we suck. We really did. I mean, I'm looking at the holy shit. I'm looking at how long it took us to get to. We even had some days in the single digits, far into almost a year, almost a year into it. That's crazy. Until the end of 2015, we didn't hit over 1,000 downloads until over a year. It was June, which was 14.
You mean a day with 1,000 or a total of 1,000?
A day of 1,000 downloads. We didn't hit that until 15 months into our program.
Crazy.
And then we didn't hit it again for another month after that.
Well, you know what else I'm looking at? I'm looking at our geographical downloads right now.
Yeah, what do we got?
Canada and the UK, you guys are kind of slacking a bit, Canada both of them were at about 6.1% of total downloads at one point.
Yeah.
And they have both slipped. The UK is at 5.9%. Canada, 5.7%.
I don't think that they've slipped. I just think that we've gotten a whole bunch more listeners in the United States.
Okay, they have not grown as fast as our U.S. listeners.
Well,
that's still no excuse.
Let me tell you why, though. I can tell you why. Because the majority of, or all of the presenting that I have done over the last couple of months has been in the U.S. So I was in San Diego. I was out in Phoenix, Arizona. I was down in Charlotte. And I was down in Florida doing 4 programs. And there was nobody from outside the U.S. that were at those programs. So while I would love to blame this on anybody other than the UK and Canada, the United States is just kicking butt right now. And by the way, we are now up to 174 countries that we are downloaded in.
That's crazy. That's so freaking crazy.
I know one language. I know English. Now, unless they speak English in any of those other, are these people, is there some, do we have subtitles at the bottom, or is somebody like yelling?
I wonder if Google translates in, like, if there's, I have no idea. I don't know. I blame Pat Purdue. Pat, you got to be talking us up in Canada more, dude. What is going on? We need help.
Yeah, let's blame
Tell
somebody.
all your friends.
I agree. Let's blame Pat. Let's blame Pat as a result. But look at the percentages. We are 61% in the US. That means 38.6% outside of the US. So
that's crazy.
Maybe the other countries are just kicking butt and Canada and UK are just staying the same. I don't know.
It's crazy to think about.
Strick, we have like a bunch of topics that we have to get to, and we are already over 5 minutes into this episode. We have not even thought about what any of those topics are yet.
You know what else is amazing? I'm going to get totally distracted with the stats again. California has a total. Okay, so Maryland, we're in Maryland, right? Maryland has a total of 28,000 total downloads, right?
Right, okay.
Texas is above that, 41,000. Texas, big state. A lot of people, I understand, right? New York is above that also, really big state. But then California, 117,000. Now, I understand California is a huge, huge state, right? But they have 3 times more downloads than Maryland. So I think that Mar in San Francisco and Prosh are responsible for that. So we want to thank you guys.
Fairly certain. Now, is there a city breakdown? Can you even get to the cities?
I can go there. Here.
How do you get to the cities?
Hang on, downloads by day. Wait a minute. You click on California.
All right, so
it
used to be able to. Oh, here it is. I see it.
Find it?
The map. There's actually a circle.
Here's a California map.
Look at the top of not the map itself, but look above that, all the way on the top. If you go to the top, it'll tell you that Seattle is 3 point. Let's see. San Francisco is by far. Holy shit. Right? San Francisco, 10% of our California of our listeners are in California. Are in San Francisco.
That's freaking well. Yeah, 10% of our U.S. downloads are San Francisco, Oakland, San Diego area. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's more than our hometown. It's 3 times more than our hometown.
And more than New York. New York's got to have at least twice as many people, maybe 3 times as many people. San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose.
All right, so shout out to our folks in San Francisco. Thank you, San Francisco, Oakland, and San Jose. 10.14% of our listeners. Thank you so very much. And while
even LA has double what Baltimore has.
I'm just.
But I guess if you combine Baltimore and Washington, it's a little more than.
All right, while we're talking about all of our great listeners, can we just do something really quick? Can we read a couple of our most recent reviews?
Oh, I love that. I love hearing that because I don't have iTunes. I mean, I do.
All right. So let me read the last three, and they actually came in the last 2 days. So let me read them.
How many do we have now?
We now have 194 reviews.
Oh my God, we're almost to 200.
Yep. Our goal in October was to surpass the 200. So a bunch of good things are happening in October. We're going to surpass the 200 reviews. I know we're going to do that. Mm-hmm. We are going to have over 500 episodes. That'll be surpassed in the month of October. And we will hit our 1 millionth download, and that'll be in about 4 or 5 days from the day that this is actually airing. So
it's a good birthday month.
With that in mind, it is a very good birthday month. With that in mind, let's read our last 3 reviews. This is from Fabulosity. Thank you, Fabulosity. The title of the review is Can't Beat It. Love the advice and business perspectives shared on the show. As an entrepreneur, it's so important to be a sponge and take in lessons from your peers. Thank you, guys. That's good.
Fabulous.
5-star review. Still 193 5-star reviews.
And
one
a single one-star review.
One
I'm good with that.
One-star review.
Totally.
Next one, this is from the category of Great Listening by The Fitness Professor. What a great podcast. What more can I ask for? Number 1, funny guys and very entertaining. It's not painful to listen to. 2, content is excellent and practical, knowledgeable guests. 3, adult, candid conversation. The language, I love it. Keep it up. Great listening for all, especially business folks. That was from The Fitness Professor. That was on October 4th. Uh-huh. And this is funny. You know, there's someone in our audience, aside from Mar, that has a name of Mariko.
Oh, wow. That's kind of crazy.
So this is from Mariko Visionary Yoga. Mindful business advice with humor and grit. Doug and Strickland are authentic and entertaining and deliver both wisdom and actionable information in every episode. She must not have been listening to every episode.
She hasn't listened to that many episodes. If you think we really have good information in every episode, you've missed a lot of them then. You've gotten really lucky. But anyway, go ahead.
Mariko, thank you. They bring mindfulness with humor and grit and prove that nice guys can be very successful in business and in life.
I just came from Laura Cannon's yoga class, by the way. So shout out to Laura. And does Mariko have a podcast? Like, I want to hear that. Like the mindfulness and yoga business.
I don't know. It doesn't give me any more information. Yeah. And let me read one more just because this one came in on the 4th also. Nice guys finish first. Self-love transformation queen is the lever of this review. The show is amazing and I would highly recommend the show to anyone looking for great content and inspiration in an honest, refreshing way. Thanks, self-love transformation queen.
Transformation.
I don't have any idea, but it sounds real. Self-love. I very much am into self-love.
I'm all about that. I am all about that. I'm also about transformation.
Sometimes twice a day self-love.
The only constant is change, except Doug, twice a day self-love. That's the only thing that's not going to change. As far as I know, you know.
Yeah. Well, I haven't taken any pictures. That's good. I don't want to be documented with my self-love.
No, you're not going to find that on the Slack group. Thank goodness.
No, definitely not. Okay, so just a reminder, if you're listening on Overcast, which we know, Strick, you could probably tell us statistically how many since you're in the stats right now, but we know that a lot of you are listening on Overcast. Just take a quick moment. Right next to the play button, there is a recommend star. So everyone is aware, thank you very hard for what I'm about to say. Overcast, we are not only the #1 business show on Overcast and have been, with the exception of about a week or so when Jeffrey Gittimer and his crew took over from.
Sorry, Jeffrey, not sorry.
So we took it back though. So we're the #1 business show on Overcast. For the last week and a half though, we have also been the #1 recommended show overall on Overcast as well. So
oh my God, love you guys. Okay, so you want to hear the stats too? God, let's make this show about the show, right? Okay, so I'm looking at our most recent episode, right? Yeah. Our most recent episode, Apple Core Media, which is iTunes, right? 110 downloads.
That sucks.
Other, 116 downloads.
So
other, like every other combination of other is 116 total downloads. Overcast. 2,943 downloads for 92.87% of our downloads. You guys love Overcast, and we love that you love Overcast.
We do. That we had a nerve like I had a challenging day a couple of days ago. I woke up and I noticed that we had, normally by about 8 a.m. I know that we're going to have a good day if by 8 a.m. we have 2,000 downloads. I mean, that's kind of like my barometer. At noon, if we have 3,000 downloads, I know that we're looking really good for potentially a 4,000 download day. This particular day, we had zero Overcast downloads at 8 a.m. and I'm thinking, what the fuck is up? Did we lose everything?
Forget to publish, right?
Yeah. So the first thing I do is I blame Strickland.
Right. Of course. Like I didn't publish the episode, right? Of course.
Right. So before I sent him a text message, I get up out of my bed because that's when I listen to our podcast when I'm in bed in the morning. I got up and I went over to my computer and I'm like, nope, he did it. He got everything right. Everything looks right. Nothing is set to expire. Everything looks good. And then I started getting the text messages. I got one from Tim. I get one from Sean. And those two are generally, those are the ones that kind of pay attention to what's up with the nice guys. Like I think Sean walks with us in the morning or something. He does,
yeah.
And Tim is usually just getting in from his night-long bender.
Exactly. Finishing off the Tito's. Can we get Tito's Vodka as a sponsor? I really want to get Tito's as a sponsor.
Well, I don't know if they're going to be a sponsor of ours. Well, anyway, so I happened to look and I saw that we had 0 Overcast downloads and I had those 2 text messages sitting in my inbox and I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? So then I noticed that I didn't have them either. Mm-hmm. So apparently it was in my Overcast player. So I guess Overcast was having a little bit of a problem with whatever the operating system that updated everything through Apple. I think there was who knows what. Do you think Apple just kind of puts their thumb on the scale and says, "What the fuck are you going to do about it?"
Probably, yeah.
I mean, that's probably what happens. They just like to flex their muscle every once in a while and say, hey, don't forget, although we're not getting any of your downloads because they're all going to Overcast, we still are in control of this motherfucker. Which is true, because if it doesn't go through iTunes, it doesn't make it to many of these other players that pull from the RSS feeds. I wonder why Overcast doesn't go directly to Libsyn for that stuff.
Don't know. That's just the way it's built. There could be one other explanation from Overcast.
Shit. Another episode.
I was going to post on Overcast, but then I got high.
Another episode that will be rejected from YouTube. Thank you, Strickland. I wonder how many seconds you have to play of a song before they call foul.
It's funny because in the 80s, when people started sampling other songs, they had to come up with rules about that. And apparently the rule was you can use up to 5 seconds, I think, of somebody else's actual recording and not have to pay royalties or something on it. So I'm guessing that may still be the rule.
All right, give me 4.9 seconds. Go ahead.
I think I just did. I don't know how long that was.
Can you do it again, or doesn't work that way?
I have no idea. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't really care if we look. I'm going to look at our YouTube channel right now. I don't know that anybody is actually looking at episodes on our YouTube channel.
It's interesting about YouTube because I get the email whenever we've broken the rule, and they say, "Hey, just want to let you know a copyright infringement has been posted against you. Nothing to worry about, though." It says nothing to worry about. I'm like, was I worried? Was I worried? I mean, what are they going to do? Pull all of our sponsorship? I mean, what's going to happen?
Right.
Could iTunes could they pull our show from their? I guess they could pull the episode, right?
Yeah, they could if they wanted to. Yeah.
God, that would be horrible.
I don't want to go to play all. I just want to see what my.
Don't worry about it.
No views, no views. 1 view, 3 views, no views. Yeah, it's whatever. It's just.
Why do we even post it to YouTube
2
anymore?
Views because it's free and it's SEO. I mean, it's supposed to be SEO, but nobody's looking. No views. We have plenty of episodes that have no views at all. Although I do like that the show art is the image.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Doug's Tucson Experience and the Nice Guy has the art of Kronk from Emperor's New Groove and his angels on his shoulders. I remember that.
Oh no, I never saw that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I never did see that.
Go back to episode 460. Doug's Tucson Experience and the Nice Guy. The show artist is Kronk with his shoulder angel and his shoulder devil, because we talked about that on that episode.
In preparation for a lot of the guests that I have coming up who are actually legitimate podcasters like Pat Flynn, I'll talk about that in just a moment or two, who I'm interviewing in the next couple of days.
I don't see that on the topic list.
Well, you have to look at the last topic on the list.
Oh, I see. The one you just added. Okay, fine.
I did not just add it.
I'm sorry. Please continue. I didn't mean to interrupt. I mean, I did mean to interrupt, but I don't really care.
So Pat, in his introduction for his show, he says the episode number actually in the introduction.
Okay.
Would that be something of value to us?
I don't know. Do you think that's been missing? Is that a value? I have no idea.
I don't nobody's complained. I mean, I do notice every once in a while that you are either 100 numbers off when you number our episodes on Strick. Where are you sometimes when you're
Do you think that if we actually said the number of the episode at the beginning, that it would prevent me from putting it wrong on Libsyn? You're on crack.
No.
It's going to happen again sometimes. I'm going to put the wrong number in every once in a while.
I love to see who's paying attention. Normally, it's Sean Carpenter who's paying attention. He'll send me a text message saying, hey, you just posted episode 469 on Thursday. You posted 469 on Friday
See,
also.
that's the only reason I do it is I'm seeing if they pay attention. You probably don't realize that about a week or two ago, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, there was an episode that Mar had a problem and she couldn't do the notes. And I wrote the notes, and I totally did one that was like, nobody's reading these. Nobody gives a shit. If you're reading it, just reach out. We'll give you some free shit. We'll give you some really cool free shit. I don't know what it is, but just reach out to us. Nobody reached out.
Oh my God, you're kidding. I didn't even see it. I never look at the show notes.
I honestly don't remember
what
I don't
understand.
Here, I'm going to see if I can find it. What was it? I don't know what I'd search for to find it. That's the problem.
You know, I'm not going to mention any names here, but some people are very into their show notes. And I'm not mentioning any names. I don't want to get anybody in trouble or call anybody to the carpet or anything like that. What the hell is the difference whether you have show notes that are amazing or you have show notes that are absolutely nothing? Is the only value to them is to help you with SEO?
Different things are important to different people.
Yeah, but people are listening to an
audio quality. I like our audio quality. You know, I'm an audio guy, right? And so that's important to me. But you know what? To some people, they don't care and they'll record it in their basement or, well, I'm in my basement. That's a bad example. But they'll, record it and not worry about how loud the mix is or anything like that. I don't know.
So another thing that Pat Flynn does, just so you're aware. I mean, the guy makes $3 gazillion, so I'm sure that Pat, if you're listening to this, you can correct me when I interview you on Monday. Okay?
Don't worry.
He's not even gonna. He won't have heard this yet. So this is good. This is good. So he actually has a link to a transcript of the entire show. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying again that that's needed or not needed, but who the fuck needs the transcript from the show? Who's using that? Tell me what the benefit is.
Different things are important to different people. I mean, there's no other answer I have for that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I totally agree. Part of it too, I think is cost versus benefit, right? If I could get a total transcript of the show, let's say for free from Google or very inexpensively, you know what? I might post it for SEO reasons. I got to believe it would help the SEO. But if it's something that even costs $10 or it was any amount of work, I'd be like, nah, not worth it.
$10, $50 a week times 50, that's $2,500 a year. Is there a benefit of that would exceed $2,500 a year in doing it? I don't think so. I don't know. And the trouble that you have to go through in order, but I guess people would say the same thing about cover art. I mean, we go every guest has on Monday, Wednesday, Friday has their own special cover art.
Exactly.
You don't see it in iTunes.
You're right.
So the only place you see it is actually on my website. And I do get a lot of hits on my website, but do people really care what the cover art looks like?
I don't think so.
I don't know either. So we have to make a decision at some point, I guess, now that we're having this conversation on whether we want to have cover art. Now,
I kind of like the cover art because I think you do see the cover art. I mean, if you go to Libsyn, you see the cover art. You see it on iTunes? I don't know.
No, I don't think you see it on iTunes. But if we go back to the plan that we had way, this is 100 plus episodes ago, when Mohammed Shakiba was doing our cover art, then we had real art. I mean, that was really good.
Well, he wasn't doing it all the time, but that's because we weren't doing that many episodes either.
Yeah.
But those were really cool. We haven't heard from Mohammed in ages.
I know Mohammed. I do believe that he's still listening to the show because I think that he's a part of the Nice Guy community on Facebook. If you're not, by the way, it's nice. Is it still niceshortcut.com or is it one?
Well, either one, niceshortcut.com or one niceshortcut.com. Either one will work now.
Did you got them both?
Yeah, we got them.
Nicely done. So Muhammad, I believe, has made some comments on the Nice Guy community page on Facebook. But I miss his cover art. So Muhammad, maybe just come out of the dark just for a moment to just give us one more art design. We would love it, and then you can go back to your normal life.
Exactly. Episode 473. If you want to go back and read the show notes that you didn't read, the title of it is Doug Tells an Interviewer to Fuck Off in Front of a Live Audience.
Yeah, that was, oh my God, I got to tell you about that. So that was Nathan Lotkin, right?
Right. And you interviewed him, right?
Okay, so here's the story. So, I don't know if maybe I hurt his feelings or maybe something happened, but he told me, and maybe he listens to our show, I don't know. He canceled the interview.
Are you kidding?
No, he can't. He said he canceled the interview because of inclement weather in the Richmond, Virginia area, which is, I think, where he lives, or maybe where he was at the time. So he said he'll reschedule it, but I haven't heard from him. So I'm thinking, I don't know.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Hey, you tell one guy to fuck off, and all of a sudden he's mad at you.
In front of an audience of 150 people. What's the big deal, right?
Hey, listen, he grilled me pretty tough on his podcast. I didn't even realize. I guess I should have listened to his podcast before I got on the show. But he hit me pretty hard for about 15 minutes about a lot of just like financial shit and all that stuff. So if you want to hear the behind the scenes, all of the like the financial shit that the Turnkey podcast and all that it went through, for some reason I felt compelled to give him all the information because he was asking the questions. I could have said to him, "What? Who is this?"
I'm okay. I don't care that you.
I know. I don't care either. The problem was I wasn't prepared. So I'm like, I'm like going through it and I'm like, shit, I hope I'm giving him the right information. It wasn't like I was trying to mislead him, but I don't know if I was giving him the right information. I tried.
Did they tape that interview somewhere? Can we hear like the whole thing? I'm dying to hear it.
The interview, I think he said, airs in December. So as soon as
he's airing it as an episode.
Yeah, he's airing he's airing my interview with him, not the one that I told him to fuck off. I actually did that one from stage at the New Media Summit.
That's what I wanted to hear. So there's no recording of that actual.
Yes, there is a recording of that. It has not been released to New Media Summit yet, and as soon as that becomes available, I absolutely am going to pull out that little snippet. I just remember at the end of I was the final word to the panel discussion, and I said, "Oh, by the way, Nathan, fuck you." It's what I said, and then everybody laughed, and then that was the end of the subject.
I want to hear the whole thing. I want to hear how it led up to that. You got to put it in context.
Yeah, we'll put it. Yeah, everything leads. There's a bunch of disjointed comments because we're on a panel discussion, but every time I got the microphone, I had a chance to say something about Nathan. It's great. Totally out of context. Everybody's probably thinking, what the hell? What is he even talking about?
Okay, so when did he grill you about all this? Was it during the panel discussion or another time?
No, I was a guest on his podcast probably a month before that.
Oh, so it was before the panel discussion.
Yes. The reason I said that to him in a joking way, I was completely joking, but and I think that he thought, I know he thought I was joking because we were talking the entire conference after that. So the reason I had said that was because of we were talking on the panel discussion about how you monetize a podcast, and I was sharing my thoughts and beliefs, and I said, and I unload all this information on Nathan's show about how we've monetized our show, and he's like a badass when it comes to it, and I was mentioning that, and I dropped that phrase. It was fun. Everybody loved it.
So he does even worse than we do then. Like he interviewed you a month ago and it's not being published till December.
He does batch recording. I saw his schedule. I think he does like 40 interviews. He does 20 interviews a day. Like 20 interviews a day, 15-minute long interviews, and he'll do 20 of those a day for several days in a row. And
how many does he publish in a week?
I think he's 7 days a week.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think he's 7 days a week. I'm pretty sure he's over 500 on the number of episodes that he's done, and he's been doing it less time than we actually have as well.
That's insane.
Yeah.
More power to him. I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah. Hey, Strick, let's, why don't we read the topics here?
Yeah, because we're like 30 minutes in now. I mean, we probably read the topic wheel. And so, yeah, today's episode is about us. It's the show about the show, apparently, today, but that's all good. You guys don't.
All right, so why don't we?
If you don't want to hear us talk about the show, just tell us. We haven't heard anybody say it yet. So.
Well, nobody's reading the show notes either. So.
Exactly.
Is anybody out there? Anybody?
Is there anybody out there?
Very
That's
good.
a Pink Floyd reference.
Is that a John Entwistle reference?
No, Pink Floyd.
Oh, dude, who's? Wait a minute, John Entwistle. He's with the
Who.
Wait, what? Yeah, I was going to say the Who, and that was a Pink. I don't know where the hell that
Floyd
came in my
reference,
head. Yeah, The Wall.
Exactly, from The Wall.
Thank
That's the
you.
beginning of Nobody Home. Yeah.
I love that album.
That's
that entire
a
album
ridiculous,
was really
amazing
good.
album. I listened to that album every day in high school for like months and months and months. And I would listen to it start to finish every day. And my brother hated it because he was so tired of hearing it. Yeah.
All right, so this is what we'll do. We are approaching the end of Tuesday's episode, so let's use this teaser for the quick read, speed read of the topics for Thursday's episode.
Right.
Sound good?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, ready when you are.
Okay, we're ready. Vegas Jackie's joke of the day. My trip to New York for Moose Plus rocks. Why I hate the IRS aside from the obvious. People come into your life for a reason. Anna, Houston, we have a problem. Name the New Media Summit podcast. Biz. Why are some of the clients out of the gate excited to get started while others crawl along? Plug for free camp. One word. Powerful. All round of applause for one note. Consistency and persistence will get you everywhere, but that's different from obsessive and obnoxious. It's a fine line. Jared voicemail. Where the hell is Rick? Karen Briscoe. 5 Minute Success. Overcast number 1 and number 1. Pat Flynn interview. Yep, we are that good. We do have 2 recordings. We ought to play one of them today because they're both from Jared. Or should we just lump them together?
No, I like it. You can do that. You can do one of those. That would be fine. I don't think Jared has in his contract that we signed with him. Does he have a specific time of the show that he needs to appear?
Not that I know of. Here, let's do with Jared Nice Guys. It's something he recorded. This isn't a voicemail. I haven't even listened to it yet, so I don't know what it is. You ready?
I don't remember. Yeah,
it's called Jared Nice Guys Love.
Okay.
Now that the nice guys on business have just pleasured you for longer than anyone else ever has, give them a little star love by recommending them in your Overcast app. Go on. Do it now.
Go on. Do it now. Okay, do you know what I'm going to do? I need to actually
be at the top of the show.
No, that's got to be like end of the show because he says now that he's given the night because I don't have enough closers, right? Like I don't have that many different. I don't have that much variety of close stuff with Steve O'Brien. I've got like 10 or 15 that I use, right?
Yeah.
That's a great close. Now that the guys have pleasured you longer than.
Jared, that was probably your best voicemail yet. Okay, so you're going to play that at the end of the episode. I'm just afraid that people are going to miss it. Oh shit, that's a great one. That is a great one.
Maybe I'll use it for an intro too, because like if I put the music under it, make it a little lost. I don't know. It's funny. That was a good one though. Thank you, Jared. We appreciate it.
Hold up, just 1 second. So you were thinking about replacing Steve-O with Jared, really?
Well, just for an episode or two.
Wow.
That's
an
true.
Episode or two.
I guess even when we do extras, sometimes for the open, I have Mar or Anna, but I'll usually have Steve-O on the pre-open.
Steve-O's always doing the intro though after that. That's very interesting. of the 470 some episodes that we've actually done, Steve-O has been heard 540 times because he's or 800 whatever 940 times. A lot of times.
We got to get him back on to interview him again. See how he's doing.
We really do. We have a lot of people that we got to get back on the show again.
Yeah.
People have been asking back for Mar and Anna again. So
really? We got to totally do that.
We've got to get Mar back on the show, and we absolutely have to get Anna back on the show too.
Absolutely. See what is up with their lives because we know you guys care as much as we do.
All right, let's close out here. We'll return on Thursday to bring you all of the meat to that speed read of the topics wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Oh, who are you getting text messages from so early in the morning?
You know what's hilarious? It's so funny that you say that. I'm actually just sitting here fiddling with a bottle cap. It is an actual physical bottle cap, and I happen to drop it. You're like, oh, that's a text. Somebody texted you, right?
It's the same noise.
I know
it's the same.
Hilarious, right?
That's funny. All right, Steve O'Brien, take us out of here.
For the nice guys on business, I'm Steve O'Brien. I've done opens and closes for these bozos for 400 plus episodes. I've moved, I've had plastic surgery, I keep renewing the restraining order, but nothing has worked. They keep on finding me.